mother, and you have to love your mother. That is what it is. It's very embarrassing to say that you must love me. But as a mother in this lifetime, I have done many embarrassing things, and one of them is this. That I don't know how to tell the children. But this is a fact. So you need not go through any emergencies or any such problems. You just develop yourself in such a way that you are so developed that it just acts and works out. So I'll give you an example of that. It works the least in England, surprisingly, where I work the most. Least in England. I'll give a simple example now. You see, you are coming to India. Was decided I don't know how many months back. I've been to India once. And now I'm going second time. And England is the only place where you have to pay the money directly. People have not yet paid. But Australians have done it. Australians who are 80, 85 people have done it. But English have not done it. Everything they are slow. But when it comes to ego, they are the first. Their flags are the first. In ego, where it is generated? In England. So when it comes to doing something, they are the slowest. When it comes to criticism, they are the highest. And then when it comes to the ego, suddenly you see, give them any position, they get it. Why? Again, you can explain. Because there is a cause. We say it is inertia. Blame someone, or it's a mood, or it's my ego, or my superego. It's not mine. Myself, I'm alright. Some cause. Why you have not paid so far? It's such a problem. I have to go now. If you were not coming, you should not have come. But if you are paid, you better pay for it. Now what's the matter with you? They started with 50 people, now ended up with 35. We have arranged for it, we have ordered for things, and we have got the buses and all that. Now they are busy. Nobody asked you to come. On the contrary, I was saying keep it low, so that we'll make it nice. But you cannot have less than 350, or you can have 300, you can have 200, but you cannot just have 210. Where to put them? A simple thing. See on the mundane style. But in other places, what they have done? Alright, we have to go, mother will work it out. It's worked out. Everybody has got money, everything done, it's all here. Americans have done it, surprising. But English, they don't know whether they are going or not. Still there are some. Poor Gavin has to run up and down for all of you. I tell you, he is the one who has such patience. And I was amazed that there are still 11 people who have not paid. Can you believe? I mean, it's such a simple thing. If you don't want to go, don't go. If you want to go, you go. Tell him you are not going or you are going. Finish. I mean, nobody wants you there. But even this little thing you cannot, because you have a kind of a purse to show. Because this has happened, because that has happened, because. So the English have to come up much more, because I have really worked for you people very, very hard, and again God has made me work again 5 years more with you. I don't know what we are going to do. Sometimes I feel I should not be back, because no use. This is a small example I give. Very small example. It's very mundane type. You can see in other places also. Like that. You tell them anything, but why whether it happens like that? Why do I do like this? I mean, asking me a question. Asking me the cause. Why did I behave like this? Why do I get into trouble? Right? I've known people who have been coming to Surge Yoga, doing Surge Yoga and all that. But then they go to some other Steiner's place. Then they go to some other courses. I mean, they have no faith in Surge Yoga. They are practicing this, they are practicing that like mad. still going on. It's only possible in England, I think. Nowhere else. It's a speciality. I've known of so many people who came to Sahaja Yoga without practicing Sahaja Yoga, curing, helping them in Sahaja Yoga, working it out. They are in Sahaja Yoga. They are going to this place, that place, that. Is this the way? Now, I have known also people who try to blame the leadership. I am telling you all these things because I was very sick when I came here, really, I tell you. I was sick for 8 days and I was sick even afterwards because you are all in my body. I suffer, so I must tell you. And then they said the leadership is no good, leader should be very strong and leader should be this and the leader must have a big king in the house and they said, if it hits us, we are not going to be honest. Again the cause. Again the cause. I tell you, you have one of the best leaders in government. I must tell you. He's the man who spent a lot of money. Without telling me, he's covered many expenses. His office has worked for us. He took all nonsensical people. If I told him this fellow is getting some million, he'll employ in his office. If I say this fellow has got goods, he'll employ in his office. He has worked with such goods that I could not manage them even for a day. He tries his level best to go to people and tell them that, see now, come. He has said so many by his sense, by his understanding. But the only thing is he openly doesn't do it. That's his mistake. He should openly tell, you are a boot and get cured. Then he'll be alright. But he should say, come here. You see, you are a boot. Doesn't matter. I've got lemons for you, chilies. You sit down. Then, mother, he was identifying himself with the greatest boot. Let us face it. If you have understanding of your leader, then you should know that I know better than you know about it. And this is very saddening sometimes. Why don't you understand the sheer goodness of a person? The amount of goods he has tolerated in office, I tell you, I can't stand them for more than one day some of them. So egoistical some of them, off their heads. And some of them are so brutish that even if they come downstairs, I get a pain in the stomach, in my house. But he stood there. Why? What was the need? Just that he thought he'd help. Whenever I told him that this person is a Buddhist, I find him employed by Mr. Gavin. Why? Then one day I had to tell him, sack all of them. And they were sacked. Why do we have the maximum number of booths in England? I can't understand. Is it necessary to have them around? On the day when I am going, I should not tell you these things. But when I go away, I find these booths come back. And they become the causes and the effects are shown. So I have to make a complete open picture to you to see that you can ascend to the highest of highest, being born on this great land of this country. But you can also go very down, I have seen. Because you always blame something. Last of all, Gavin. This is the worst thing that you have done. Let anybody say that to Gregor, he'll chop that person off 10 times and bring that person in chopped stages. Really, he will say, what nonsense, alright, go ahead. You tell this to Warren, I don't know what he will do with all his Australian time. They are all gems, no doubt. But you deserve a man like Gavin. I thought, you are special people, that I have worked for you so much. And I'm amazed. Decent people don't need such leaders, do you? But the people who are decent now turn out to be Australians, surprisingly, the way they behave towards things. So sweet they are, you'll be surprised. The children, he bought some cups and saucers for me because when I go there, they thought they'll give me tea, good cups and saucers. So he bought for all the centers, 1 cup and saucer, good one. So the children, little children, they collected money After all, mother will have a cake also, must have a plate too. So they sent a check here. Just see how sweet. But I never eat cakes, you know that, but still. So sweet. The children are, she says. What is the reason? Why do we dominate or get dominated? Why? Again, the cause. Go beyond the cause. I bless you again and again today, that when I come next time, see that you don't make any mistakes anymore. Meditate and meditate and meditate. And when you come to India, some of you, I would like to show them as my prize things. For where I've worked, you know. Even where I've not been. You see, somebody else has given realization to someone in Nepal, you see. And they are wonderful flowers, and here I am. Something wrong with me. Where I have worked, people are more worried about the causes. I have to really make a very, very straightforward appeal to you that now, grow within yourself. Are you magnanimous? Are you generous? Are you systematic? Are you impressive? Are you kind? Are you collective? Are you attached to all these nonsensical things still? Do you talk big? Do you give big lectures? Humble down yourself. And then you will see your greatness. Unless until you put your head down to your heart, how will you see your mother? I wish you all great luck now, and happy Christmas to you, and happy New Year, and a very great New Year in spiritual growth. Let's show it. Let all of us decide today. Forget about your wives and husbands and children and this and that nonsense now. You are yogis, you are united with divine, growing, prospering. May God bless you. Now today's program should not be very big because we are not allowed a lot of time. But it's nice that today we could have a little Puja, that's well. But it should be a very small and sweet one. Because it is, how much you receive is the point. Because before going I don't want to have all kinds of chakras, you see, going into spasms. I'm sometimes afraid of a puja in England. I think you can just it's the mastery. You must have the mastery upon yourself first of all. If you are not a master, you cannot have. And upon your instrument. That's the point. Where is she? Ravi? And I would not like anybody to disrespect the leaders at all. You may be very intelligent, that's outside Sahaja Yoga. In Sahaja Yoga, you have to listen to your leaders and respect. And nobody should try to find faults. I know whose faults, what our faults are, and I know how to deal with them. Everybody should try to strengthen. Now, I would say in Australia, which is a model thing, I should say that the whole thing works like one body. Nobody questions Warren. They telephone to him, they tell him, they collect money, they put the money. It's all working like one body. Here, everybody is trying to cut the head or bash the heart. That's your heart, that's your brain. So, please remember, all of you should offer services to government, to Sahaja Yoga, before criticizing. Those who say the books are not arriving, let them take over the books. Even booking my seats and all that, he has to run, I know. Whatever you may say about James used to do all this. So you should offer your services. also to do these jobs. Otherwise, Sanjoga won't work out. We are not only here to take blessings, but we have certain duties also. And that's what everybody should offer their measure. What can I do? How can I help? What is the work? Let's see. I hope in the next meeting you all should sit down and find out what you can do. A group can be formed, 2-3 persons can be tend to it with love, with attention, so that his burden is reduced and you all feel the joy that you are doing something for Sarju. Mother has done so much for you. What have you done for Sarju? You want to have nice ashrams, nice place to live there? Alright. You want to have comfortable places, cheaper places? Alright. You want to have good health? Alright. You want to have fine children? Alright. Enjoy your life. What about giving? Giving your heart, your respect. Next time when I come back, I want to see that we are all going as one body. At least the heart should be integrated, if nothing else. Imagine a heart which has the valve which pulsates at different times, all muscles going with different wavelengths. How can this universe survive with a heart like this? So I have to request all the cells of the heart to be alert, to be one in union and concord, and in loving care of the whole universe. May God bless you.